What's going on, 49er faithful, 49er fan, 49er gang? This is your boy Niner Gang Podcast, aka 49er Dion, back in the building. So definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on the post notifications so I can keep you up to date on any and everything San Francisco 49ers. With that being said, let's go ahead and get right on into it, man. This is our preview show for the Rams game. Now, I do have a few friends that have come along and join me here in just a moment. But the biggest thing, man, is we want to win. I was in the spaces earlier, man, and every now and then you talk to people and they have different views, so you understand their views. For me, I'm not going to be content with losing, and I'm never going to be content with the frustration of watching everything fall apart in front of our eyes and just saying, I'm going to trust the coach. I'm going to trust the GM. They know what they're doing, because obviously that's not what's happening. They don't know what they're doing, and that's just me. That's my opinion. It's how I feel. I'm only going to change that when I see change in the organization as a whole. That will be able to bring us, to prosperity, because right now, currently, Kyle has a really bad record as a head coach. We have a lot of things that we really need to go over and get taken care of. So it's frustrating, and it's hard for us as 49er fans to be able to try to sit here and feel good about the rest of the season, man. I mean, technically, are we mathematically eliminated from the playoffs? No. But does it feel like we're making the playoffs? Not at all. Not with the way that things are currently constructed, and not with the way that things are currently going. So for me personally, I don't feel good about everything that's been going on. And I would love to be able to – hey, what's happening, CG Ruthless? I'd love to be able to try to get that rolling, man, but it is what it is. We're going to definitely go ahead and do everything that we can to continue to try to keep winning. I have, a little faith in what we have, but I can't say that things are going to be going the way that we anticipate we really want them to go. So give me just a quick moment here, guys, and I will bring in a special guest of mine here, man. One of my buddies from the Forever Faithful podcast. Bring in my man B Dubs into the building.
What's going on, man?
What's going on, brother?
How you doing?
I'm good. And it wouldn't be right. It would not be the proper introduction. You didn't give him a little. Get him in there. You see, it's almost like he in the video. He adjusting the camera. He moving just like that.
Yep. How are you doing, man?
Just trying to do everything that we can, man, to keep things rolling in the right direction. You know how it is. Very, very frustrating for us as 49er fans right now. So just looking at things from a little bit. So the 49ers versus the Rams. 49ers are currently 3-5, while the Rams are 7-2. The Niners can't win at home, and the Rams pretty much don't lose outside of SoFi. The Rams in the last few weeks have made some splash moves. They traded for Von Miller, who will play this week. And just yesterday, they signed OBJ. The Rams are coming off a butt whooping from the Titans, 28-16. Then the 49ers are coming off, what do you know, another home loss to the Cardinals. And once again, we got beat by Colt fucking McCoy, who hasn't been relevant since his college days at Texas. They were missing playmakers, D-Hop, Kyler, and A.J. Green. So that's just to get us rolling in the right direction and just to get us started as far as that stuff is concerned. So definitely we're doing everything that we can to go ahead and keep things rolling. Let's see here. So here we go. The key to beating the Rams is in our face. Just do what the Titans did, mainly slowing down Cooper Kupp and stopping their run game. Sounds easy enough, right? Not really. We have starved our home fans for more than a year without a home win. We shoot ourselves in the foot consistently with penalties and poor execution. We have no leaders on offense or defense. Everyone seems to think if we just go out and execute, that will fix everything, which is such bullshit. The team must hold each other accountable. Kyle and John need to stop publicly airing out players. It's the easiest way to lose a locker room. John just went on KMBR and said Fred wasn't playing up to snuff. And then Kyle contradicts that by saying he feels that Fred's earned every penny of his new contract. The team is in disarray, and no one is taking control and grabbing the bull by the horn, so to speak. What are your thoughts on that, man?
Well, you could tell, just like we talked about last week, this team is lost. No identity. They're constantly blaming each other instead of taking ownership on themselves. Jimmy Garoppolo says there's a bunch of us that are leaders in the locker room, which is all bullshit. I feel like Jimmy G doesn't give a fuck anymore at this point. I think Kyle Shanahan is just throwing game plans out of his ass. John Lynch is saying a bunch of bullshit on live radio broadcasts. And I think that's going to make things better for the team, but it's not. I'm not looking forward to this game on Monday at all. I'm not. I think, we have the Rams number, but going into this game, dude, we definitely don't. And if the defense looks the way they did last week, we're getting blown out of the water on prime time.
Yeah, and the big thing about this is, you're right. It's a Monday night game, and that's what's the scariest thing is we're in prime time, man. And I think we would have had a few more prime time games had we just went with the situation, started Trey Lance. When you look at it. The Rams currently have a lock on the 5th seed in the playoffs right after the division leaders. I know for the playoffs, for the rest of the NFC, from looking at it from a overall standings perspective, let's just take a quick look at it. And I'm going to go ahead and share the screen so everybody can kind of see this too. All right, give me just a sec. Chrome tab, ESPN. Now, I am not the guy that by any stretch of the imagination does the whole playoff things. I don't know everything exactly. I got a buddy of mine who does really good with that. But basically, if you're looking into the NFC, I'll scroll down because that's where we're at. Dallas, Green Bay, Tampa Bay, and Arizona are all pretty much numero uno when it comes to that. And then right after that, when you look at it, the record would dictate, obviously, the Rams had the 5th seed. And then it looks like the 6th seed currently would go to the Saints. And then after that, you got the rest of the stuff. But tell me what you think about that. I got to grab something real quick.
All right. Yeah, I mean, there's still a chance to make a playoff like wild card spot, but I'm not getting my hopes up on it. We're 3-5. We're for sure moving on to 3-6. What's the point? Might as well just kill the season at this point and have Trey Lance start. But I mean, then we could also say that there's been a lot of upsets this past week, especially yesterday's game. So
no one saw the Dolphins beating the Ravens.
Nope.
I definitely didn't. I didn't even get a chance to do my picks like I normally do. So I had to do them and then and automatically like take a L because I definitely was going with the Ravens. Like I never pick with whoever wins. I pick with who I was going to go with. And I definitely was going with the Ravens. I had no idea that the Dolphins were going to come out there and ball. I mean, Jacoby Brissett, he out there trying to earn, keep a job for himself to an extent there.
And then he gets hurt, and then Tua comes in.
I just good God, man. They need to get that situation over there in Miami fixed up because it never makes sense that that's the case. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, when you look at that, everybody says, well, you're not mathematically eliminated. Why are you giving up? It's like, I don't want to, I need to see Trey Lance. I need him to get some valuable reps. And honestly, I feel like, what if it goes to a situation where we got to get like down to the wire at the end of the season for us to be mathematically eliminated. Then we see him for one game.
Yeah.
The fan base is going to shred this young kid next year strictly based on the fact that it's going to be a situation where he will come out next season and have the rookie mistakes that he wouldn't have had he played this year.
This year, yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know if you heard on 95.7 the game today, but I'm going to play it real quick for you.
John Lynch.
Or not the John Lynch one. One of the guys on 95.7 the game basically says you need to flip the page from Jimmy Garoppolo and move on. Let the rookie start, basically. Listen to this real quick.
So now what do? You next year, you cannot be in this situation next year, this point in time of the season. So yes, hell yes, go with the rookie, give him his opportunities, put the playbook that you think that he can operate and execute, and you play the guy. You turn the page on Jimmy G. We love him. The guy maybe can go somewhere else and play, but right now, this organization brought this young guy in. Why in the heck would you keep him on the bench and try to start him next year? You hear the thunder before you see the lightning. Tell you that the rain is on its way. Come out of the rain.
Man. Okay.
He sums it up.
Well, I can appreciate his passion and his fire. He's saying what we all saying, man. At the end of the day, we just truthfully would like it to be a situation where we can just go out there and get a young man his reps and keep pushing. We cannot continue to think that Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be the guy. You know what I mean? And that's basically what it is. Jimmy ain't the dude, man. He'll never be the guy. And he wasn't. We saw pretty much what happened. 2017, Jimmy comes in, rips off 5 wins. I'm not gonna lie, I was very impressed. I was like, man, this gonna be the situation. We good. 2 games in, he tried to be a running back, tears his ACL.
Yeah, the next season, yeah.
The next season comes, we go to the Super Bowl, but we have a defense to thank for that. We have a run game to thank for that. There were a couple games where Jimmy kept us in it, but keep it a buck. When everybody was like, oh, he won us the Saints game. Emmanuel Sanders threw a touchdown. So that takes 1 TD away from Jimmy. The other thing that you can see as well is Jimmy, that pass to Kittle was
that saved the game right there. That was all Kittle, though.
That was in the flat. That was all Kittle. He made that happen. The Yak Master himself, he blew him out the box. He did whatever he had to do, man. He went hard. I mean, that run by Kittle will live in 49ers history forever.
Hell yeah.
Like, you ain't never seen a man run with one dude on his shoulder, another dude. I mean, like, 3 dudes trying to take this man down, and they blatantly grabbed his face. He was like, man, we can't get him. We got to do something.
Yep.
So that's going to live in 49ers history forever. We love that and we appreciate that as fans. But, when it comes to Trey Lance, man, we just need to get him in. You know what I'm saying? And, we got another special guest in the building. But I brought in my boy B-Dubs the right way. We ain't going to leave the homie Christian out either. We're going to bring him in just as smooth as I brought in B-Dubs. Hold on. We're going to bring him in real smooth like, too. Give me just a minute.
Let
me just a second. Let me get this to go. And I'm going to bring him in just a moment. Come on. Oh, no. It didn't do what I wanted it to do. It took me to my other one, man. I'm trying to bring you in smooth, bro. Let me see. Get him in here. I can't hear this real loud. I can't hear this right now. Why is it so low?
Barely hear it.
Barely. Hold up. Let's go here. There we go. Gonna bring the homie Christian in. What up, Christian?
Good one, man. What's up?
Bring him in. Bring him in, man. Everybody coming through, man. I try to bring him in with a little bit of music. You know,
That's
you
what's up,
told
man.
me
It's a great song.
Cube was one of your guys, so I figured I let you roll through with it. It was a good day, man. How you doing,
Great
brother?
song. I'm good, man.
Good. Yeah, so we were just in here, man, and we were just kind of speaking on the situation, you know, where we are. You know, I had a little back and forth with a dude in the spaces on Twitter earlier today because he was pro you know, Shanahan Lynch, and you know, I was saying, I'm like, the season's over, man. Like there's no reason why Trey Lance shouldn't be playing. What do you mean the season's over? We're not eliminated yet. You okay?
Might as well be.
So like what I do is
backups.
normally what I do is I stop myself because I have to work on it, understanding other people's perspectives. So what did I do? I said, okay. And I said, look, man, let me ask you from a real perspective. So you rolling with the Shanahan narrative. Until we're mathematically eliminated, you feel we shouldn't see the rookies. So he didn't say yes, he didn't say no, but you know, he basically was like, we're not eliminated. So I'm like, okay, so then you're of the mindset that keeping Jimmy out there is saving Trey from something. I don't know, what are we saving him from? Because the only thing I see that we're saving him from is valuable experience. And that's not, we don't need to save him from that. He needs that. And then what I told him was, I said, so you want Trey to sit 2 years? So he goes, I didn't say he was sitting next year. I said, see, that tells me you didn't even pay attention to what I said. He sat pretty much all of last year. He didn't even play football. And right now he's sitting. Mm-hmm. You're not going to learn by watching. You got to learn by doing. I'm the type of person, I'm not a book person. My wife, she could read a book, take a test, and she'd be perfectly fine. You give me a book, I'm probably going to shit on that test.
Me too.
But I'm one of those people, I can get, if you give me stuff, I can do it. Perfect example. I went to mechanic school. I can turn a wrench. I can do all kinds of stuff. But I couldn't read that book. There's one dude, he could read the book, but he couldn't turn a wrench to save his life. Gave himself oil. He gave himself an oil bath. First time he changed the oil.
I grew up in in a mechanic family. My grandpa owned a shop. Yeah. My dad's a mechanic. And I'll tell you what, learning from being taught and then just doing, you're going to be way better mechanic than you are just going to school. But that's just from what I know growing up in it.
It happened. So kind of talked with him back and forth and things like that. It was okay, but you know, I was just going over some of his stuff, man. So we were just talking about kind of the playoff picture and where it stands. And right now the Rams got the 5th seed, and the last 2 seeds will go to the NFC South. Another thing that I was looking at. So Stafford in his outing against the Titans had 294 yards, 1 TD, and 1 interception. I'm sorry, 2 interceptions. Jimmy had over 300 yards, 2 TDs, and 1 interception in week 5 and took 5 sacks. Our last game, we couldn't get our run game going at all. We had a total of 39 yards as a team. That's not going to cut it. We also had a ton of 3-and-outs, and defensively, we couldn't stop a nosebleed. So, go ahead.
The problem is with that is the run game should be good, but Arizona, obviously, even Kyle said it, they 100% sell out to stop the run. And I know we can, if we technically can blame the fumbles for a part of the score and stuff, but those happen in the first quarter. So there's 3 other quarters we could have put up more than 17 points. So the problem is you need a quarterback who can overcome the fact that they're stacking the box. And if all you can do is throw inside the numbers and throw 10 to 15 yards downfield, you're not going to do much. I don't care if they're giving you a lot. If your quarterback's arm's that limited, you're not going to do much.
So I was going to mention too, you all see in the group chat that John York was out there at practice today, watching Jimmy G and Trey Lance throw to Kittle.
There's
Who?
the
John
Jed's
York.
dad. Jed's dad, the actual owner.
Yeah.
Well, his wife's
Oh.
Jed's
So
mom's the actual owner.
Yeah.
See, this is the shit. This is where it starts.
Yep.
So
Now,
Jed's
if that's the case, that's a beautiful thing. You know why? Somebody's gonna drop their nuts and say, "Kyle, you better get this shit together." And if this young kid look good, you better put him on the field because we ain't got time to waste.
you got to remember too is that the way it happened is DeBarlo Jr. had, I don't know if it was some personal issues or some health issues, whatever it was, that he gave the team to his sister. I think it was some personal issues.
He didn't have health issues, man. They found something on him. It was something like some type of illegal gambling.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Way back in the day, and
yes. So he
had to get the team up. Like he didn't want to. They pretty much forced him in it. Okay. And then basically, he technically speaking, he kind of could come to them and be like, "Hey, give me your team back." But from what I understand, he's done. From what I understand, he stated he's done with like football, But I'm pretty sure he still got that itch.
Yeah, I would love for him to come back because he's the best owner if he comes back. But the thing is his sister took over, and then obviously her husband is technically a boss too, but she really is the owner, and then her husband kind of inherits it. But they didn't want nothing to do with it because they didn't want nothing to do with the team to begin with, so they just gave it to Jed when he was still really young. Like, it was him and they pretty much gave it to him and his friend pretty much and let him run the team. And Jed's been kind of just going in circles for how long now? And so, and this is the first time I've seen his parents come and be on the field or say anything in a long time. So
yeah, I haven't heard much. Yeah.
If John York's there, dude, he's probably like talking to Kyle, like, so why is the kid not playing when Jimmy looks this bad? Why am I coming all the way down here from Youngstown, Ohio, and coming all the way to freaking the Bay for this?
Yeah, mind you too, the video that was shown on Twitter, Jimmy throws to Kittle, and Kittle has to jump up in the air for it. And that's just practice.
So he's throwing hospital balls in practice too.
Yes, well, dude. And then it's funny, but it's very interesting to think of what's going on at practice with the big boss there, because if he's seeing that, he's obviously seeing if they're throwing deep balls. What's the best throw in Lance's arsenal? What's his best throw? The accurate deep ball.
See how he jumped?
Mm-hmm.
And then watch Trey Lance. Watch.
And Trey Lance makes it look so easy too. Look, it looks like he barely tries, and he just chucks it.
Hey, just right in the hand. Hey, retweet that and at me, and I'll pull it up here so we can actually see it.
Okay. It's like screen. When you think about it, though, it's like they're seeing. The owners have to be seeing that, be thinking, like, shaking their head, especially when Lance's best throw in his arsenal is the deep ball. We saw it. Remember that 80-yard touchdown he threw to freaking, what's his name? Sherfield, that was just on the money. Mm-hmm. That's what he does. That's what he does with his deep balls down the field. That's what he did in college. That's his thing. He's accurate down the field. So we're even if he's not doing well with some of the intermediate throws and he's still learning to like stay in the pocket. If we can actually dial up some deep bombs, the run game alone is going to be better because we're going to have a quarterback we know, even as a rookie, if he's going to be throwing it deep, it's going to be accurate. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I know that our, playoff hopes are still on the line, but we have a better chance making the playoffs with Lance than we do Jimmy.
That much is true. Let me go ahead and bring this in. Let me share the screen again. I already know. We're going to go Chrome tab. Put the Twitter join up here. It'll slide us to the side. Are we good? Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Cool. All right, bring it back.
Put that puppy in full screen.
Look at that. So that was high. Trey Lance.
Look, he just looks like he's just playing catch.
Dropped it right on in there.
But when he throws it too, he looks like he's just playing catch. Like it's just all
was easy.
lackadaisical and throws it that far.
Mhm.
And Jimmy's like,
Just like that, huh?
I can guarantee you, Jim, in Jimmy's mind, he looking at Trey Lance like you couldn't screw this up for me. Couldn't help brother out. Nah, that ain't gonna work. But those are some of the things that we see happening, man. So a couple more things here. So if people that far up in the family are coming out, basically taking a look at it, then you know what they're doing. They're making phone calls behind. I'm gonna speculate here. Time for me to speculate. If you don't watch I Am Athlete, you should. I'm gonna be Brandon Marshall right now. I'm gonna get messy. That tells me that they're saying, son, you're screwing up. This team is falling flat on its face, and obviously you're not doing anything to fix it. So we got to come down here and figure out what the hell going on. Mm-hmm. And if I'm out in practice and I keep watching this young kid do spectacular things, but Kyle keep running around here telling me he ain't ready, I'm going to start asking Kyle, what is ready? What does ready look like to you? Because it seems to me when Kyle says that people aren't ready, what Kyle wants is he wants a finished product. Mm-hmm. See, when he came to Atlanta, Matt Ryan was already a finished product. He had been playing in the league for some years. Mm-hmm. When he started coordinating, I believe it was Houston, Matt Schaub had already been playing for years. So all you're doing is just teaching them a new system and telling them to run it. So you didn't necessarily develop anyone. And that's the case. And you know what I saw was – go ahead.
Sorry. Just to add to this, does this whole, like, as in speculation, does this whole stem because Kyle did really well with RG3 in his rookie season and he could have done the same with Lance, but because of what happened with the injury and how it all spiraled with RG3 that he's got like some kind of PTSD to start the rookie?
No, the reason is the difference. Here's the difference. Trey Lance is a better prospect and a better quarterback versus RG3 coming out. If they come out in the same year, Trey Lance gets picked over RG3. Mm-hmm. And the reason I say that is because Trey Lance can do things that RG3 can't. And at the same time, they didn't want RG3. Kyle, nor his dad wanted him. The owner wanted him. Mm-hmm. So he was like, draft him. And they were like, no. And then he looked and he was like, I write your paycheck. Do what I said. And they were like, okay. But what did they do? They said, all right, if you're going to force us to do this, fine. We're going to go ahead and find another one in the later rounds. Here come Kirk Cousins. And we play Mr. Cousins here in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we do.
Wonder how much Kyle's going to be out there talking to him ahead of game time. Hey, Kirk, you know I still love you, man. Hey, you know, I've been calling you, baby. You don't return my calls, Kirk. You know, I thought we had something here, man. You know, I sneak out in the middle of the night and, you know, and go onto the balcony and call you when my wife is asleep. You just won't talk to me, Kirk. Why won't you just love me, Kirk? I mean, this is going on, man.
Kyle has to actually love Lance because if he really wanted to, with all we gave up, we could have traded for Kirk for a lot cheaper than what we got Lance for. So
this is what Shanahan said on KBR today on Lance. He said he would have probably started against Indy if it wasn't for the knee sprain. And then he says that there was no hidden agenda to not play Lance. He goes on to say, we're going to do it when it's right for Trey and when it's right for our team. And we don't think it's that moment yet.
He doesn't want him. Matt, you know, one of our Hive guys, Matt, he's right. He's been when he's just saying he's not going to he's going to sacrifice. They're going to sacrifice Jimmy against the Rams because he's not going to put the rookie up against one of the best D lines in football and let him get
And if you bring him in against the Jags, I'm going to tell you right now, did you see what the Jags did last week?
That's true.
They beat up on they held the Bills six points
against Josh Allen.
Well, it's because Josh Allen had no time to throw at all. He was getting hit constantly in that game.
And you know who was hitting him? Josh Allen.
Yeah. Sacked him, picked him.
So you got hit. You were hitting you like that.
I mean,
and see, I remember.
For me, I know they're worried about the D line for for the Rams, but because
Gotta
of
be working.
how fluid of a runner and how elusive Lance is, honestly, I just let him play, dude. He's gonna escape so many times. I don't care. Like the kid can
I'm gonna
escape
tell
and
you.
not
I'm
take
gonna tell
sacks.
you right now, the Rams are coming in there, and the first thing they thinking is they have a great record away from their own house. They got a good record in their own house, but they better away than they are at home. So they're fairly similar to us. The only difference between us and them is we ain't lost on the road. I believe they have. So, the issue is like when you look at it, they're coming in guns blazing. Jalen Ramsey, Von Miller, Aaron Donald. You had 3 superstars on one defense, and Von didn't get to play last week. So you know he itching to get on the field and hit somebody. We couldn't get that run game going. Now, mind you, I'm taking a look at it.
They're stacking the hell out of that box against.
They're stacking
the
that box
Rams
because
are.
they know Jimmy ain't doing nothing. That's
Jimmy's
the issue.
Jimmy's gonna throw probably like 2 or 3 picks against that
Do
secondary.
you see any packages for Trey in this game at all?
No, Jay's gonna. There wouldn't be. I wouldn't be surprised if Trey just somehow comes in the second half because the first half is such a demolishment. And we don't move the ball.
If the first half winds up like we did last week, but we wind up with no points, you could possibly see him after halftime. And there'll be another phantom injury to Jimmy. And it is what it is. You know what I mean?
The first thing that they need to do too is start out hot, use the run game a lot, and
you can't though. That's the thing is
I think we
because our question
well, I said that about Arizona and I thought we could, but they stacked
Kyle
the box.
Fucked that shit up.
No, Kyle didn't. The box was stacked. It actually wasn't Kyle's fault.
Our real question is, what the fuck are we doing with the right side of our line? Because I can tell you this is what I'm thinking, and I don't want this to happen, but I feel like I've come to understand Kyle very well. I feel like Brunskill's going out to right tackle.
That's a good thing.
And I feel like he's going to put Tom Compton in at guard.
I think Banks is going in.
I don't want that to happen, but I guarantee you that's Kyle because he think Compton better than everybody. And Compton is trash. But I mean, if you think about it, so look, I'll give you
be a tackle. Let's get that first.
Well, he's better in tackle. He's
much better.
Remember when Justice School was getting his ass ate up by fucking Myles Garrett? Mm-hmm. They sat him, and what they do, they put Daniel Brunskill in.
What he do?
Wasn't he like that no more?
Nope.
Slowed him way down. So I can understand
when Brunskill freaking dominated last year, dominated Aaron Donald.
He dominates Aaron Donald every year, man. He seems to know what it takes to stop that dude. Everybody else throw him around like a rag doll. Aaron Donald he seemed to flip a switch and know exactly why he should and shouldn't, do these things. I don't get it. But there was another thing I did. So my boy Breezy over at Nitty Gritty Niners, he always does a simulation the week of the game. And my other buddy Mose Knows hates this shit because the simulation always winds up getting our ass kicked. So
always.
Is it like on Madden?
Because like every time. If you follow him on Twitch, he does it. He doesn't do anything. He allows the computer to play the game, so it's not him actually controlling the players. So usually we lose. This time I said I'll do a simulation of my own. And I did. And I switched up everything that I could to possibly make it as close to it. I put Eli Mitchell at the starter. I dropped Sanu so far down on the damn roster that he didn't exist. Like I did everything that I possibly could to make it as close to what I believed, will be the starting situation. We won 24-17. And I don't know how that happened.
Even Madden knows we own the Rams.
I think Madden don't know he don't, because at the end of the day, the only thing we can revel in is the fact that the last 4 times we played the Rams, we beat him. Kyle always makes Sean McVay his bitch. He always lets him know you're always going to be little brother to me. Don't try me because I'm gonna backhand your ass and let you know that I'm gonna put you over my knee and give you the old school spanking, and paint your back porch red as they say, because you ain't supposed to be out here running my damn system.
But do you want to know why aren't beating the Rams? Why? It's because we can't. No, and it's just with D'Amico Ryans, we can't scheme a good defense to stop what their offense does. You got to think of think about how the Titans just beat them. You want to know why the Titans beat them? Because their defensive head coach is a freaking phenomenal schemer and can figure out so many ways to stop good offenses, and he just keeps doing it year after year. And Mike Vrabel is the man, and it's all about the scheme with his defense, even if he doesn't have the players, and that's not going to happen with us. So I don't see how we're going to be able to stuff the Rams defense the way the Titans did.
What if we do? I mean, what if, I'm not saying we are, but what if we do pull out an upset?
That would be the upset of the year, honestly, strictly based on the fact that the Rams just come off a loss, but they're rolling. We all know they flying high. And here's my thing with D'Amico Ryans. I'm not going to cut him off, and I'm not going to sell him short. The reason is we gave Robert Saleh 3 fucking years because his defenses weren't looking great. We did not like his scheme. A lot of us as fans did not care for it. And we gave him 3 years. I got to give D'Amico some time. Yeah, and I got to allow him to have his defense fully healthy because without Tart and Ward on that back end, it's going to be hard for Tavon Wilson and Talanoa Hufanga to be able to do things. We all know Hufanga ain't got the speed to keep up with nobody fast, as evidenced of Connor putting on the afterburners on him several times in the game. And when it comes to those things, I got to give him time, and I don't want everybody to say that he's the issue because you got to look at it, man. You got to have the right people. He has Josh Norman and Emmanuel Mosley playing cornerback. Norman seems to be a little in over his head when it comes to his attitude, as evidenced by the last game. Then,
that's always been an issue.
You
won't play Diamador Lenore. You won't put Ambry Thomas in. And we all know what happened to the poor soul snatching that Drake or Patrick had done to him. So I don't. And then they had the nerve to say that he had an ankle injury. No, that man had it.
No, that man got trucked. Okay,
he had a mental breakdown after the game. He came in and said, "Coach, my ankle hurt," and Coach looked at him and said, "No, you got your soul snatched on the field. We just gonna say you had an ankle injury."
He said his fucking soul left his body before that guy came and trucked his ass.
Hey, he sent his ass to the shadow realm.
I'm telling you, man, if I knew how to edit a video, I would put right before Eno Benjamin.
His soul leaving his body,
I would put his soul leaving his body, and I would put finish him. And automatic.
In Mortal Kombat.
Bro, I don't know how to do that stuff, man. Like, swear to God, if I knew how to do it,
oh my God,
I would do it. I would do it in a heartbeat, man. Just because
he's like this. He's like
automatic.
Dude, stay standing there.
See,
you're like pressing play.
I want
to fucking frozen.
What I want to know is how much, when it comes to personnel decisions, how much does D'Amico have? I don't think he has any because I don't see why he wouldn't start the rookies with how bad our DBs have been. And if we are going to give him some time, I want to give him some time I want him to have some personnel decisions in free agency in the draft to help his defense because he needs to have some say in what guys he wants to bring in for corner, what guys he may want to draft for corner if he's going to, start building up his defense and start getting some schemes going for what he wants to do. He's going to have to bring in his guys. So it just Kyle needs. I do think Kyle has full control over all personnel decisions. I think that's why he brought in John Lynch because John Lynch allows that because he's very laid back and kind of like a chill demeanor.
Yeah. Speaking of the guys, that's why I got to do it. I can't help it.
One more time.
Bam! Jesus Christ! Good God! Oh my goodness!
To be fair, Benjamin was he was a good running back at Arizona State.
Yeah.
We lose Dion.
Where's Dion?
He hightailed that shit.
He's like, I'm out.
He had to catch his breath. You had to catch your breath after that hit.
Right? It kicked me right after that, man. Look, you see, I felt like Eno Benjamin hit me. I was like,
Hey,
oh,
Benjamin trekked your
man.
ass out of
Hey.
the stream.
he showed it.
He was a good. Not gonna lie though, he wasn't too bad at Arizona State. He did.
No,
he was,
I mean,
he played
and
pretty well.
that's oddly enough, when you type in Eno Benjamin, the first thing comes up is Arizona State highlights.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you type it into YouTube, but this is what I will go with. The keys to the game. And these are just a couple of things I came up with. Y'all definitely let me know how y'all feel. Stop Cooper Kupp, the league's leading receiver and TD leader for his position as well, is already over 1,000 yards and double-digit TDs with 10. He's obviously Stafford's favorite target. It's not to say that the Rams have no other weapons, but the gap from Kupp to all other receivers is astronomical. Kupp has already – Kupp has
put
already –
Shark on his ass. All right, put the Shark.
Okay,
Put him.
okay.
The Shark's going to shut him down. Sorry, I got too excited. Go ahead.
I'm almost done. I know. Kupp has already almost doubled Wood's production in yardage and definitely in TDs, and the other receivers he's blown out of the water. So as Christian was saying, Shark on his ass, because Shark seems to stop Cooper Kupp.
He stops everybody.
K1 stops him. I don't know what it is. K1 stops Cooper Kupp, and Daniel Brunskill seems to find a way to kill Aaron Donald every day.
Yep.
I don't understand. And you know the funny thing, I remember you, Aaron Donald, last year when you was salty as fuck when Deebo Samuel ran all over your ass, and then you gonna talk about
who's that?
So who's that?
That's a man just yanked your chain.
He snatched your chain, bro.
Yeah, he did.
I'm sorry. Look. Okay, let me pull up the size on Deebo versus the size on Aaron Donald, and this is just amazing. Hold on, Aaron Donald. Let's see.
And then they're citing on Jimmy Ward.
Aaron Donald is 6'1", 284 pounds. 6'1", 284, and I mean he's lean, so he's probably at least 6% body fat, if that. Deebo Samuel was okay. So the only thing Aaron Donald really has on him, technically speaking, is just weight, because they say he's 6 foot 216. So when you think about it, you got an inch and about a good 50, 60 pounds on the dude.
Yeah, but those 50 pounds come from Donald's big ass head.
Oh my Donald. God. It was so hilarious, man. That made me laugh. But so Christian automatically says, put the Shark on him. B-Dubs, do you concur?
Oh, hell yeah.
He quietly shuts down everybody every week. Like, we're talking about how bad our corners are, and then Shark's just like, well, I'm doing my part every freaking week, guys.
And
I just get
Jimmy
lost.
Ward might be coming back too this week, so I mean that's a plus right there as well.
When Shark's healthy, he's one of the best shutdown inside guys in the game. Nickel corner.
He's the best nickel in the game. I don't see one that's better.
He doesn't get any love. He gets no love whatsoever.
None.
Nobody even talks about him. Like he
None.
plays at an MVP level, but.
And then the other thing we have is so looking at this, it's from a rushing standpoint, Henderson looks to be their main back. Does have over 500 yards, 5 TDs. He is averaging 4.6 yards per carry. Outside of him, you just have Sonny Michel, who hasn't been spectacular since joining the Rams. So that shouldn't be bad. We are missing Kinlaw due to season-ending surgery, and can't stop the run to save our life. Defensively, we have to be better with run fits and tackling. We cannot allow them to get rolling in any way. We have been better against the pass than we look, and we must allow our young rookies some time on the field. After Dre Kirkpatrick got his soul snatched, he shouldn't be allowed on the field at all. Going to be a tough road. Luckily, this Rams team doesn't have crazy burners, so Funga won't have that to be worried about. So with the run game, I haven't seen much from the Rams that makes me.
They're
It's all been passed.
Well, you got to remember they do the same thing the Lions really did, and it's just Stafford's a gunslinger, and that's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. we don't really have to worry about the run. We can, when you think about it, we can obviously got to stop the run, but we can more focus on the pass and hope that we can stop the run here and there. Obviously, I'm not really excited about trying to stop the run, but they don't run the ball much. They try to throw it a lot.
No, it's mostly yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm hearing Debo's limited as well right now with his calf.
It's okay. They ain't doing no but holding Debo out until game.
Yeah,
They can keep doing that because I think he has a calf injury that's nagging.
yeah.
And what's happening is they'll continue to see. They'll say, Debo, chill out, bro. Don't worry about it. And then they'll put him in and he'll start. And they'll keep giving him little maintenance days and, you know, whatever kind of little rehab that he needs for it. Massage it out, you know, do whatever you can. And he'll push and he'll go on Sunday. Because the thing with me is, the other thing for us on the offensive side of the ball, Hasty's out.
Yeah,
Jeff
Hasty's
Wilson
been trash anyway.
Yeah, but the thing is, Jeff Wilson is not currently back fully, so we should see some Trey Sermon.
Mm-hmm.
We should. I don't know if we will, because I think if Elijah Mitchell gets to running properly, they ain't putting Trey Sermon in the game.
Well, Kyle won't run between the tackles except for one or two times that Mitchell runs into somebody.
Yeah, he'll run his stretch zone like he always does.
But it's because Sermon doesn't really match well with Jimmy, because Sermon's going to run, you know, obviously he's going to run the RPO and he's going to run in between the tackles. And with Jimmy in our offense, that's not how our offense works. I still think that's why Sermon is not playing, is because he can't play with Jimmy. That's just my opinion. But
well, yeah, there's a lot of things that we look at when it comes to, you know, why Sermon isn't in, but it is still honestly very confusing. Wow, Sean McVay says OBJ could play versus. Hold on, I gotta play this. I'm just gonna play the sound. I don't want to put any more videos because I seem to keep getting myself kicked in the face there.
He might play on Monday.
Load up.
I'm not really worried.
I'm not either.
He's trash anyway.
Yeah, I think it's gonna cause drama in that locker room with OBJ there.
It won't. I'll explain why. Just play your thing and then I'll explain.
Hold on, here we go.
Excited to be able to kind of dive into that with him. I know Coach Yoder and the rest of our offensive coaches and the receiving group. As far as his status for this weekend or on Monday night, you know, we'll see. We're going to see. We're going to take it a day at a time. But if we feel like he can help us or compete against the 49ers, then you know, we'll have him ready to go. And those will be conversations that will take part between myself and Odell and the rest of the people that are involved.
So there's a slight chance that he could play. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Number one reason I don't want Odell to play is because I don't need another guy trying to have a wake-up moment against us. The issue is Odell does have straight breakaway speed. Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods ain't that damn fast. They just aren't. But if you put Odell on that field, he'll burn Hufanga. He'll blow past him in seconds. As much as we've discounted what Odell has done in the past couple of years, the man still does have a lot of talent. So we do have to be very mindful. I don't want him starting. But, you know, we'll kind of see exactly, you know, what happens and what goes on. So
we'll
looking at
the team, and they'll fight each other again, get each other ejected.
Right. So looking at the Rams defense, man, they seem to be doing fairly well with getting to the ball. Getting to the quarterback. And when you look at it, their sack leader is Leonard Floyd. Aaron Donald comes in that he's got 7.5. Aaron Donald has 6. And then you've got Terrell Lewis. He's another linebacker. He's got 3. And then you've got Hollins, and I am not even going to try to say this dude's name. I'm going to call him 00. He's got 2 sacks as well. You know, so it looks like their linebackers are the guys that get the sacks.
So are they blitzing a lot?
Blitzing a lot.
Yeah.
And that's where their defense comes from. So we have to be ready for that. So that means that Alex Mack's going to have to be on top of his game with calling out these protections and whatnot. And I guess they know what we're dealing with, so they're going to test the right side of that line. that's probably where you're going to see Aaron Donald line up mostly. He ain't gonna want to be nowhere near Daniel Brunskill. I know that much. He don't want to see him at all because at the end of the day, as good of a player as you are, there are some people that have your number. Years ago, I'll give you a prime example. Years ago, everybody loved Peyton Manning. You know what Peyton Manning was? He was a great regular season quarterback. He was trash in the playoffs. He was hot garbage. His playoff record is horrible. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the man only.
To be fair, he lost to some other really good quarterbacks.
He did.
The AFC was stacked in his prime, to be fair.
It was. But at the end of the day, his record is what it is, So, Ty Law. He hated Ty Law. Ty Law used to pick him off all the damn time. I think he has the most interceptions against Peyton Manning. I think it's like 10. So it's like every time you see Ty Law, it's like I don't want to throw that way, but I'm gonna test it. Oh shit, he even picked it off again. Damn it! Like you just certain players you don't want to deal with. So we're hoping that we can stop their defense when it comes to all these guys leading with the sacks. Our linebackers got to be a little more sound in tackling. No Greenlaw this week. They pushed his progress back another week. Our D-line has an opportunity to get home. Stafford isn't a pure statue in the pocket, but he's no runner neither. So we should be able to cause some problems. The only other person we really have to stop would be Tyler Higbee. Other than that, there's no one else offensively who's a threat. So outside of Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, Tyler Higbee, and maybe Henderson, I don't really see anything that's scary about the Rams. And if we put the shark on Cooper Kupp and he shuts him down, then that makes life easier. It forces Matthew Stafford to go elsewhere with the ball. For us, it's just stopping that run. That's where I get a little worried.
Well, do we see guy? I always have a hard time pronouncing his name.
Yeah, the guy we traded for.
The guy do we see him on the field this week?
Well, I think it's going to help the pass rush with him on the field just in general because I think he's going to be way better than Ebukam in general because Ebukam's been trash and Bosa needs some damn help, dude. I mean, as much as he gets double teamed and gets
he can't, man. He can only do so much,
bro. And if that man had
as much as he gets held and doesn't get the call at all,
and then double teamed.
Imagine if double held.
Imagine if we had a half decent pass rusher on the other side. How many sacks that guy would have already this year?
Yep.
So, just real quick, Jennifer Lee Chan just said that D'Amico Ryan says the team, or hold up, or not D'Amico Ryan's, but Mike McDaniel said that Jalen Moore made strides from Thursday to Friday in terms of his comfort at right tackle.
Well, he's technically our swing tackle because we cut Sean Coleman. And Sean Coleman was supposed to be that, but Sean Coleman couldn't stay healthy to save his life.
Moore was fantastic at left tackle, but he's still a rookie going to try to play right tackle. True. When you can just put Brunskill, who's going to be just fine. I don't understand.
Here's the thing. I think what they're doing is they're trying to go away from having to play Tom Compton. If that's the case, they strides. They might be able to, because the thing is they don't want to play Banks. And the funny thing,
huge body. Even if he struggles, he's a huge body. Like
what Kyle has said about Banks is he's great in run pro, but pass pro he's shit. That's basically where his issue is with him. And like I said, Kyle, he wants somebody that's going to be consistent on all ends. He usually wants a finished product. He can't get that out of Aaron Banks because he's not allowing the kid to play to get some reps. So here's my theory on offense. Run the ball down their damn throat.
Yeah,
keep going.
It seems to fucking work.
Yeah, but it's gonna be hard if they're stacking the box as much as they are.
Here's the thing: stack the box, bootlegs.
Go on the outside.
Did Jimmy not look good on them bootlegs?
Yeah, but we don't call them. That's the thing.
That's what I'm saying. These are the keys to the offense for us.
That's when Jimmy's accurate on the damn fucking bootlegs.
It's literally. Yeah, he seems to be able to roll out, get those bootlegs, and he hits.
Yeah. If he can't set his feet, all of a sudden
he sees people downfield when he does it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Hey, and then also too, D'Amico Ryan said, like Kyle Shanahan said, they're both pleased with Emory Thomas and Lenore progress, and says they will be ready if they end up being called up for Monday Night Football.
Lenore needs to play.
Here's the other thing. Stop publicly shaming these players.
Oh, dude.
Michael Irvin said it best. No, it wasn't Michael Irvin. I think it was either Michael Irvin or Pac-Man Jones, and I think I might have heard both of them. It's praise in public, tear them apart in private.
Yeah.
You should not be out here publicly calling out these dudes. First of all, none of these dudes are leaders, and they don't want to be, and they seem to be perfectly fine. Just everybody saying if we execute, then all of the negativity will go away. It will, but at the end of the day, the reason that this team was dope in 2019 because DeForest Buckner was there on defense and because Joe Staley was there on offense.
Leader.
And Joe Staley doesn't care who you are or how much money you getting paid. He'll snatch you by your fucking chest plate and tell you to get your shit together. Same way when you flipped it to DeForest Buckner.
And also Sherman helped with that leadership.
And Richard
Sherman. Sherman, that's the whole different.
And he jumped down everybody's throat. That's just who he is. So that was the thing. You got to be able to do that, and you really need that. But if these guys don't want to do that, then, my suggestion, bring in the vets. Bring in the guys that used to be here. To be honest with you, with that linebacker room, bring Patrick Willis in.
Bring Dante Whitner in. He's blunt as fuck. He'll tell you what's up.
I'm going to tell you right now. Bring Dante Whitner in, sit him in the room with the safeties.
Mm-hmm.
Bring D if you can. I know he's a busy man, and I don't think he'd be available. I would say, you know what? I'd bring in Dante Whitner and Eric Davis.
Oh, yeah.
I will call both of them up. I'd say, look,
Davis.
I need y'all to talk. Me hypothetically being Jed. Call Dante. I call Eric. I even called Deshaun Goldson, and I say, hey, I need y'all to come in and talk to these dudes. Yeah, I need you to talk to these dudes because when Goldson and Whitner were there, that was called the kill zone.
Yep.
That was called the kill zone. Don't go across the middle. You're gonna die.
Oh my God,
it's gonna be painful, and we're gonna hit you.
I love those days.
And we don't care.
Days, man.
I missed that.
So,
damn
oh
defense.
my God,
there it is.
Defense.
Hey, what up, Bigfoot's mom? That's a hilarious name, but yes, there literally is someone in the chat called Bigfoot's mom. Eddie Glover, he said, "What up, D? On the forklift at work, listening. If we don't establish to run and stick with it, we don't have a chance again." Yeah, that's what we was talking about, Eddie. Yeah, man, do your thing on that forklift, man. Be careful. I used to drive one of the joints when nobody was looking. I used to eat donuts in that bitch too. It was fun. But the other thing is, when it comes to the offensive line, bring Joe Staley in. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the quarterbacks, you have two of the greatest quarterbacks of all fucking time. You mean to tell me if Jed makes a call that says, Joe and Steve, I need you to come in and holler at these dudes, they won't come and oblige? It's real easy. You know what I'm saying?
I'd rather have Steve because Steve has a more explosive personality than Joe.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Also, too,
like Steve will get in your face.
I think they should, for as much we see Jerry Rice at the field, fucking why isn't he just go in there and tell the receivers what's up real quick?
Oh, dude, you want to talk about
the whole
getting
offense.
heated?
Yeah.
Imagine pulling Jerry Rice into the room and letting him get in there, and then you know what I'm saying, like, okay, for the defensive line, Brian Young is still there. Call in the cowboy.
Yeah, Justin Smith.
Cowboy did a damn good job for us.
Shit.
Call them in. Hey, look, man, help our D-line get straight. You know,
calling the whole squad from pregame and postgame. TKO, Staley, and Whitner, man. Game over right there.
Bring them in, man, and let these do, because what happens is since they don't want to be the leaders, bring in dudes that are leaders and let them know what's up. It'll be a beautiful thing.
They should have brought Staley back anyway. I think he wants to come back and wants to coach. I think he likes doing the NBC thing, but I think he wants to coach.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you, and even if these guys don't want to coach, you just call them and say, "Hey, man, I just need a day out of your life. I know you don't play football, but I need you to help me talk to these guys so that we can figure out what the fuck is going on." Even if you tell them, "Hey, look, man, I got 10 grand for you. Fly out, holler at these dudes, scream at them for a minute, go back home. Easy 10 G's, whatever it is." But you can bring the vets around. Perfect example. I'm a Bulls fan. When Dwayne Wade was a free agent, everybody wanted him to go to Chicago. Why? That's where he's from.
Yep.
Yes, that's home. You know what Dwayne Wade said? I don't want to go to Chicago. Why? There's no loyalty. Why is there no loyalty? He said, why does Michael Jordan own the Charlotte Hornets and not having a big ownership in the Chicago Bulls? Why is Scottie Pippen not around? Why do you not see Steve Kerr? Why don't you see John Paxson? Why don't you see all these people that were there helping them win championships? They're not in the building. When I go to Miami, I still see Zoe. I still see several people. Pat Riley went from coaching right up into the office. So it's loyalty. And that's the thing. We got guys. You know what I'm saying? Bigfoot's mom, you don't need to be sorry that I'm a Bulls fan. We are currently 7-3. And as soon as this finishes, I'm definitely going to watch us kick the Warriors' ass.
Yeah.
So don't worry about that.
Sorry, Dion. I don't think that's happening tonight.
Don't worry about that.
Hey, 10-1, baby. 10-1, baby.
You can be 10-1 all you want. And I'm going to tell you right now, you don't want the smoke with DeMar DeRozan. You don't want the smoke with Lonzo.
You don't want the smoke.
Do we want the truth?
Okay.
Do we want the truth why the Warriors are good and why they're 10-1?
Because they have great chemistry.
Because we play in a soft-ass NBA. That's why. This is the softest the NBA's ever been, and it's only getting softer. And teams like the Warriors excel in the soft-ass NBA. If they played in the NBA we all grew up watching, where you get knocked on your ass, they would not be good.
I'm going to tell you this right now.
They created the soft-ass NBA.
Here's not. Okay.
This is what I will say.
LeBron James did, okay?
This is what I will tell you. At the end of the day,
ass motherfucker.
I don't care what no one says. The two greatest shooters I've ever seen in my life are in Golden State, and that is Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. It is amazing what those two young men can do. They've blown their fathers out of the water. Del Curry wasn't no joke. He was a good baller, and Klay Thompson's daddy was good too. But neither one of them are their children.
Nope.
Steph make Dell look like shit. Klay make his daddy look like hot garbage. Even on one leg. Like, these kids are amazing.
But it's hard to say, though, because they played in such different styles of NBA.
They did, yeah. Well, when Dell
if Dell was shooting like his son and going and stepping, that far back at threes and making three, dude, the big men would come out from under the paint and put them on their ass and say, try that again. And they wouldn't do it. You can't do that now. You can't like have your big man make a presence on the court anymore.
Did anybody
like
see
that presence isn't there?
Hold on one second, guys. Hold on one second. Bigfoot's mom says Deion too young. Miller and Bird were insane. I am 40 years old. I know about Larry Bird. I know about Miller. Believe me, I know about all them dudes you're talking about. I may look young, and thank God I'm blessed with youth. But I am 40 years old. I know who Larry Bird is. Believe me, I know that this is how I tell you I'm a Bulls fan. Reason being is because when I saw Jordan, I thought there was nobody that was greater than him. Same reason that I'm a Niner fan. When I saw Joe Montana throw a touchdown pass to Jerry Rice, I was sold. The reason I'm a Dodgers fan, my great-grandmother made that happen. She was the one. She was like, you love the Dodgers and you hate the fucking Yankees. Like it was a requirement to hate the Yankees. Like,
I don't understand why. I don't understand why.
I don't know. I never.
You know what it is? It's probably because poor Jackie only got one because the Yankees whooped his ass in the World Series.
Yeah, and I kid you, hey man, I kid you not. That was literally it. And see, I took on to the Braves in '95 when they won their World Series and started watching them. And I'm gonna tell you right now, there ain't a soul on this earth that wouldn't tell you that Greg Maddux, Tom Glavine, and John Smoltz weren't the greatest trio of fucking pitchers for at least a good 15 fucking years.
My father-in-law
were amazing.
My father-in-law is a huge Braves fan, and
like that, like guys. Bro. And we just want to chip, man. Please,
that was cool, dude. That was and beat the cheaters to do it, which is even better.
Yeah. for me, Luke Luna. For you, I'm gonna put this up here. For me, in my heart of hearts, I'm gonna always love the Dodgers. But honestly, for the past at least probably about a good 15 years, I've been following the Braves more. So I am more of a Braves fan. So like when I was watching that series, it was hard for me because I'm like, yo, what the hell? And yes, I know Bigfoot's mom. It doesn't make sense that I have two baseball teams, but I have love for both teams. I just do. In any other sport, I don't have anything else. You know what I'm saying? I don't really watch hockey like that, but when I was
You got
a
to
kid,
get into it, bro. That's the best.
but when I was a kid, my uncle used to take me to the LA Kings games.
Well,
So
that's
I've
why
been
you're
to
not
the
into
great.
hockey.
I've been to the Great Western Forum.
That's
Why you're not into hockey, bro. It's
So-
Kings. That's why.
I guess
Oh
if
my
anything,
God.
I'd have to be a Kings fan. That would be the situation. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good, you know. And you can say, hey, everybody has their own preferences. You can say F the Dodgers if you want. I don't mind that. I ain't tripping. But
Hey Dion, I'm
let's wrap.
tonight, man.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna be
What'd
texting
you-
you tonight while
Oh,
watching
go
the
ahead.
game.
Go ahead. Yeah. Believe me, we're gonna get in y'all ass. I'm telling you.
okay.
DeMar
My team-
DeRozan has been a godsend.
I expect nothing from my basketball team because
Who's your
we're
team?
just the
You're-
geriatric. We're the Los Angeles geriatrics. That's my team.
You a
He's a
Clipper?
Laker fan.
You a Laker fan?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm from Southern California, man. So
Hey.
Oh no, I
have-
understand. Yeah,
Hey,
my dad's a
I
Laker
grew
fan,
up,
and he was
dude.
Yeah.
I was a kid growing up watching that three-peat, and there was nothing like it.
no,
dude.
no, there wasn't. No,
Watching
Let me
Shaq
tell
and
you,
Kobe,
I
don't care what
I
anybody says.
appreciated
The
I
greatest.
appreciated the
tandem.
Lakers years ago when I liked them when I was a kid watching with Magic and Kareem and James Worthy and Byron Scott and all these dudes were doing. It was a beautiful thing. AC Green, you know what I mean?
Dude,
Like these are the dudes. These are the names that people seem to forget, you know, in Laker lore.
yeah. But
I understand.
there's not a I don't care what anybody says. There's no greater tandem than Kobe Shaq. It's the most dominant, greatest tandem.
Kobe all
If
day.
I don't know.
Shaq had never
I think Jordan and Pippen could rival that.
If
I think
Shaq had
Jordan
never
and
left-
Pippen could rival
If
that.
Shaq had never left, we would have won 5 straight.
He would.
We would have
No,
won 5 straight.
according to Kobe when he was live, God rest his soul. If Shaq would have ate right, they could win 12 straight. Kobe said he didn't like the fact that he would come in, bro, and Shaq would be eating fucking McDonald's Big Macs and shit right before
That's 'cause-
games.
That's
Like,
because
he
Shaq can do
hated
whatever
stuff.
he want and still make you look like a fool. That's why.
Hey,
That's true. Yeah, Shaq.
Can we all
Shaq had that.
at least agree on that we all hate Charles Barkley?
I love Charles.
Fuck
man.
Charles Barkley.
I love
Barkley.
Charles, dude. He's funny.
I can't.
Let me
stand
tell you
him.
this.
And he's a
Barkley-
good guy though.
No, Barkley's a dick because well, I kid you not. I'm walking with my mom. This was years ago. I'm walking with my mom's, and all I did was, like, I was walking. I was like, "Mom, that looks like Charles Barkley." She's like, "That is Charles Barkley." First thing he turns around and says is, "No pictures," and like looks at and I looked at him and I was like, "No one asked you for a picture, man. We just said your name. Like, it's all good." And then he looked. He was like, "Well, I ain't taking no pictures." And I looked at him and I was like, no one wants a picture with a washed-up NBA player who couldn't win a ring. Bruh, don't come with me like that. I don't give a shit how big you are, man. I'll break you down. I know. I just because that's what Shaq does to him every time. When you see him on NBA TV,
if
Shaq
you said,
do
"Holy
his act.
crap," if you were like, "Holy crap," at Shaq would have been like, "Oh, hey, what's up, dude?" Good, put his arm around you. You want a picture? That's the difference. Shaq's like the nicest guy ever. Like
Dion froze.
oh, he froze.
There we go. I'm back.
There back.
Yeah, I don't know, man. My internet
froze. You're like,
if that was Shaq, did he put his arm around you, get a picture, be all nice, and ask you
I'll
how
tell
your
you
day
this.
was?
I'll tell you this about Shaq, because, and this is the reason I respect two players in the NBA, Stephon Marbury and Shaq. The reason being is because, Shaq could never make a free throw. That guaranteed. He knew that. We all know that. That ain't, you ain't telling us nothing new.
I have a like mathematical reason for that.
Okay, I'm gonna look. You know what? Go ahead and say that before I tell you this story real quick.
Here's my reason why even still a lot of big guys struggle with the free throw. Because when you're over 7 feet tall and your arms are 85 inches long, and then let's go with like one of the best free throw shooters probably who was really good. Like let's say Muggsy Bogues, who was known for almost never missing. So let's compare. Let's say Muggsy first. Muggsy being so short, where when his arms come up, they still don't get to the rim, and then he's able to get the hook on the ball. Think about it. where the ball hooks for most free throw shooters, where it makes its arch and makes its break towards the rim, when it comes out of Shaq's hands, it's already that it's where his
It's already
where it comes out
there
of
and
his,
higher.
it's already there and higher compared to like if Kobe was shooting it, where Kobe's is already breaking. When his is breaking, that's where Shaq's is starting. So the way that the physics work when you're that big and trying to make a shot like that, and your arms are so long, how are you supposed to physically get the ball to arch the right way? Because by the time you shoot it and the bar makes the arch, it's gonna either you're gonna be too short because it's. I mean, dude, the mathematical and like physics that go behind being that big and trying to make a free throw is hard. Like
Okay.
that's why
So-
the biggest men with the longest arms have always struggled at free throws.
So here's the reason that I respect Shaq and Stephon Marbury is strictly based on the fact that when I was little, you had to, everybody wanted the Jordans and all that stuff, right? Everybody, mama working 2-3 jobs, working 3-4 shifts just to get that one pair of J's. So growing up in the 80s and the early 90s, Jordans would get your ass kicked or get you shot because people wanted those shoes.
Where'd you grow up?
In LA.
Okay, I'm out. Yeah.
So
All right.
it was. I grew up
Yeah.
like when gang violence was at its height. So I never wanted a pair of J's because I always saw that happening. I watched one of my friends get his ass kicked over his Jordans on the fucking train, and I couldn't do nothing because it was like 6 of them and 2 of us. And believe you me, man, I tried to jump in, and one of the dudes grabbed me, and he pretty much bear hugged me, and I couldn't get out of that shit. So the reason that I love Shaq and Stephon Marbury is because they made that shoe affordable. They shoe didn't cost us a ton of money. And I remember Shaq came to my neighborhood right off of what used to be La Brea and Rodeo, which is now La Brea and Obama because they renamed it. He came to that Payless with a trailer. I'm talking big 18-wheeler type trailer with shoes. And he stayed there from sunup to sundown until that trailer was empty. And every kid had a pair of kicks.
That's the thing about Shaq is he came from nothing and he never forgot it.
And Stephon Marbury, same thing. He made his shoes available in Walmart, in Payless, in places that he knew we could shop and get the fucking shoe. So when Shaq did that, and I met Shaq that day, and I remember people clowning me in school. Oh man, you got a pair of Shaqs on. Tell you this, I'm gonna make it home with my shoes on. You might not. So those two dudes, I always love them for that because it was already a situation where you in a bad neighborhood and then you go and get some shoes that's $150. Somebody who doesn't have them wants them and they willing to pull a gun on you and blow your brains out just for some shoes. That shit ain't cool. But if I wear the Shaqs, you just gonna clown me and I still get to go home and I don't get beat up and I don't get shot and I still have shoes on my feet. And fuck it then, man. These Shaqs it is. Shaqs it is, goddammit. I'll wear them shits. And that's part of the reason. But, those two dudes, and they both came out and said the same thing. We want to make this for the underprivileged kids whose parents don't have $150 to go and spend on some fucking kicks. It was nothing against Jordan. Nothing against him. But you signed up with somebody that made your shoe ridiculously overpriced. And it was wanted. And 9 times out of 10, if you wanted it, you don't take it.
Should have been a skate shoe, man. You had nothing to worry about, dude.
Are you talking about like DC
Vans, bro.
shit like that?
Vans, bro.
That's my wife. My wife loves Vans. I think since we've been together, I bought her like 6
California shoe, bro. They freaking created them in Long Beach. Started in freaking LA County, bro.
I never liked Vans. I like them now, but back in the day, I didn't like them because they're flat-footed shoes.
Oh, okay.
And I like comfort when I wear shoes. I put like this. I like comfort when I wear shoes, and I like comfort when I wipe my ass. I ain't wiping this ass with nothing but Cottonelle and Charmin. Okay. If you bring some Scots in my bathroom, I'll throw that shit out the fucking window. One ply ass toilet paper, feel like you're raping yourself. Okay. Like, no, I'm not doing that. So that's what it is. But game predictions, guys. B-Dubs. What's your prediction, brother?
You know what? I'm gonna pull the upset here and go the Madden way, 24-17.
Oh shit. Uh, all right, Lefty, go ahead, because I love his optimism, but I don't have.
I'm gonna keep it close because I'm gonna be fair and I'll keep it close because it's the Rams, and God forbid Jimmy seems to have his best games against them, even though I don't think it'll happen. I think he's going to continue what he's doing. I say 23-20 Rams.
Okay.
And that's because the Niners score a late one to make it a 3-point game instead of a 10.
I'm not going to give you a score prediction, but I'm going to say we lose because we at home.
There you go, bro. There you go.
We don't. And I don't see us pulling it off against the Rams, who were very upset that the Titans fucking embarrassed them. Because, I mean, I don't see it, man. I'd love for it to be a situation where.
But I say the same thing for the Niners, that they're pissed off because they lost against a fucking backup, and they come out with a little bit more.
Nope.
You have to have more fire.
You have to have leaders in the locker room to be pissed off and come out and play with fire. When you don't have leaders, you don't come out and play with fire. And what you're saying is right, Brandon. What you're saying is right. 100%, I would agree. But you have to remember, we don't have any leaders, dude. So without the leaders that are going to get that going, I don't see them doing that. I don't see them coming out and playing hard and playing with fire, because if they were going to do that, they would have done that against Arizona, knowing the backups were out there, and they came out and played soft. You know, and that's why we play soft, because the guys that are supposed to be our leaders are soft.
Yeah,
Jimmy's supposed to be our leader. He's our veteran. He's our
he doesn't want to be anymore.
One of our highest played. Well, he never has been. When has he ever?
Man, look, Jimmy on his way out the door. He getting paid.
He doesn't
at a bare minute. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. If that was me, I ain't leading the goddamn thing. Only thing I'm trying to do is make sure I don't get hurt and earn every penny of my fucking contract and move on.
That's fair.
You know, Luke Luna says that's why Shaq would try and shoot it straighter in the end. He overthought how to get it to work. Some can, some can though. Joker and others, Rudy, I think he means Rudy Gobert, not Hobert.
Yeah.
On my Jazz has a 9.8 flat reach, and he's not as bad as Shaq. Okay. Yeah. Sean Kemp. Yeah, I remember back in the day, the Sean Kemp shoes. Sean Kemp had kids. That nigga had children, bro. Oh my God, bro.
Antonio Cromartie or what?
Aaron. Like, let me see. I think Sean Kemp had at least 9-10 kids.
Well, dude, that's like Cromartie, isn't it?
Cromartie got a lot too.
About 20 different women.
Hey, so
yeah, he got baby
mama.
Hey, but so does Phillip Rivers, bro. Kids. But Phillip Rivers is an old school redneck from from the South. And that's what they do down there.
Oh, no, they over here lying, talking about he only got 2 kids. You out your fucking mind. Sean Kemp ain't got no 2 kids. I'll be good and goddamn. Last time I checked, Sean Kemp had. Oh, yeah, here we go. Let me take a look at this little joint real quick. Hold up, I'll tell you. Because he has plenty of children. They're talking about he got 2 kids. The fuck? 19 draft.
Maybe they talking about his kids that aren't it. The non-basketball.
Unless, yeah, I'm trying to see. Sean Kemp. Oh, he has 7 kids with 6 women. Like, bro, that means you just fucking just a fuck, bro.
Well,
like
that's
you
Cromartie too.
Doing what you're doing. Let me see.
That's old Antonio too. That's why he had to play for so long and he couldn't retire.
Let me see here, because I'm looking up Crow too.
He's got 7 or 8.
Okay. I am so sorry. Sean Kemp, you are exempt. Antonio Cromartie. Bro, B-Dubs, look into the camera. This motherfucker has 14 kids with 8 different women.
How many different women?
14 kids with 8 different women.
That motherfucker gets a woman. He just gives them the death stare, dude, and you motherfucking women get pregnant.
Hey, that motherfucker got some potent shit. Dang, look, man. Okay, I'm gonna keep
this
it.
motherfucker got some good. You know what?
He got that fucking Hancock. He got that Hancock sperm, bro.
He do,
Fucking-
bro. Hey, I'll keep it a buck, man. I have 3 baby mamas and I got 5 kids. You know what I'm saying? And look who came to the party a little bit late. We gonna bring him in the same way I brought y'all in. He ain't finna get out of this one. We gonna drop him in there too. We were just talking about the cheap rear ends of Antonio Cromartie, 14. Who's sweet baby Jesus.
I got
He
0 and I ain't having none.
Right.
I'm at 0 and my wife and I are staying at 0. We got a pain in the ass dog. That's good enough.
Hey, look, right? That is definitely the case there, bro. So let me put this on for my boy.
Here, I'll show you. My
We're
children
gonna
right
bring
here.
him in.
I got
He said
two
your
snakes.
children are right there.
I got 2 snakes.
You got 2 snakes? I ain't
Yeah.
fucking with no goddamn snakes. No,
Fuck
thank
that
you,
shit,
sir.
man. No, thank you.
No,
Dude,
fuck snakes.
Hold on. I'll show you. One of them's really freaking cool looking. Actually.
Hold up, I'm gonna bring my man in here.
This is my spotted python right here, dude.
Gotta bring him in the building. Look, you see, I got B-dubs. He was in there. He felt that. Bring it in, a young homie.
Silverado Kev.
Hey, get it.
Get it.
You see, he was rocking. I love that, man.
Yeah, what's
I
happening?
love that. Look at you see, he got
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's what I'm talking about,
He's
baby.
in the building. The Bay Area stand up. Frisco.
Building.
What's happening?
Yeah. Hey, man, what's going on, Kev?
Chilling, man. Woo!
Yeah,
I know I missed a lot,
we was
man, but
It's all good. Hey, we was just in here joking, man, about how many kids Sean Kemp had,
hey,
and
I know dudes like that.
and then
Cromartie.
and then Cromartie, that nigga got 14 kids with 8 different women.
You gotta remember, he had to play like an extra 5 seasons
No.
in the NFL.
Oh, I
just
got
to
even
pay for
better
him.
deal for you. So my boy is a diehard Chargers fan. Shout out my boy Aaron, diehard Chargers fan. Do you know that when Cromartie got his first big contract, his signing bonus went to strictly child support?
I can believe it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Seriously.
look,
Bro, that's
on the
one.
boat. I got a partner on the boat, man. He had a name for guys like that. That boy got hands killed like a hand of spades. That boy got 5 in a possible.
He's just handing out. He's handing out babies to those women for free. He's like, "Hey,
man,
you need a paycheck? Here you go."
Look, man, I always joke about this, man. I joke about this all the time, and it makes me laugh because I say to them, like I was just telling them, man, I have 5 kids, I got 3 baby mamas. I ain't ashamed to say it. It is, fuck it is. But when I look at some of these, I'll be like, yo, like 8, like, okay, my thing is 8 different people. Like, why?
hey,
That's 8 people you gotta deal with.
Too lazy
Like,
to wrap it, man.
You know, oh no, he probably one of the people don't. I guarantee you, he one of the people. He don't believe in condoms. He don't believe in vasectomies. He don't believe in none of this.
Nah.
He out there. Look, Antonio Cromartie out there. He fucking, and he gonna make sure he impregnate you in the first shot. You gonna look at me like I wasn't even. The women is out there talking about I wasn't even ovulating in this motherfucker.
He failed,
said
man.
The first
Hey,
stroke, I got your ass pregnant.
For real.
He failed man.
That's like
101.
That's like Nick Cannon. You know, Nick Cannon the same way.
Yeah,
Nick out there, yeah, man, and Nick on a whole nother thing, man. He's like, hey, you know, this vibe is amazing and awesome, and you know, if it's good, then you know, I'd bless her with that. I'm like, Nick, you got too much money to just be handing children out, bro.
Hey, Nick be straight going in on his wild and out girls, man.
See, this is why
this is how you're getting hired.
There needs to be a class in just for manhood 101. How to not get a girl pregnant, dude.
Well, they failed it.
They failed it. They didn't.
Failure,
out the first day.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Yeah, so Kev,
but yeah,
give me some game. Give me some game on this game because we done gave all the game that we have. We done got off in the crazy ass conversation. I just told B-Dubs that my Bulls was finna handle the Warriors tonight, you know, because we finna go out there. We're gonna have to. You see what
You got to punch him in the mouth.
Hey, Steph
Hold
about to
on.
drop another 50 on y'all.
If you
First of all, let me say
B-Dubs, I have the option to take your ass off this
Look.
goddamn stream with that bullshit, okay? Remember that. I will hit
Hey,
remove real fucking fast.
Got to be physical with
I
Steph. You don't
shoot
like
it
it.
fair. I shoot it fair, man. Look, man. As long as we don't be out there like Jimmy G, donating turnovers, we're gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? We can't donate to the charity no more. The turnover charity. And, hey, man, say what you want. This Warriors team is one of the best in the past. Man, we got a bench this year. Clay ain't came back yet.
You want to, if you're going to beat him, you got to be physical.
The chemistry is there this year.
But there's not many physical teams out there.
Not only that, with a team like the Warriors, you need Steph to not have to be Steph every night. You see what I'm saying? So this year, he ain't got to be Steph every night. But goddamn it, if he be and drop that 50 burger like he did the other night, you know what I'm talking about with all the fixings.
Mm-hmm.
That was the other night.
Yo,
that ain't gonna be tonight.
Also too. Hey, I'm gonna say this: GP2 about to go off tonight too.
Oh, hey, like I said, the bench is nice. You feel me? We got pool ballers. Man,
See, let me show you something. Now this ain't the bull symbol, but I'm gonna put that joint in the camera. You see that right there?
That's the
bull,
rock,
baby. That's a bull.
That's Dwayne Johnson right there.
It is,
Dub
but
Nation, baby.
That's the Burma.
Dub Nation,
Burma
baby.
right there.
I don't feel like going to my closet right now. So
you know what's funny? His symbol is his old tattoo out, and then he like covered it.
And then he covered it up. Oh, you know what? I got one better for you. Y'all go ahead, Kev. Give us some game on this Rams 49ers game, and I'll be back with something. Y'all want to keep talking? I got something for you.
All right. Before I start though, hey B-Dub, where you from, bro? In the Bay, where you from?
San Jose area.
Okay, yeah, I'm born and raised in Frisco. I'm a field mode dude. You feel me?
Nice.
So I'm straight from the filthy, so shifty.
Hell yeah.
But nah. As far as the game versus the Rams, my first thought, I don't know if they say this word anywhere outside the Bay. B-Dub, this may ring a bell to you, but I think we finna get ran. You know what I'm saying? You know,
I've heard that before.
Like, right? We finna get ran. Like, your opponent has left the match. Like ran. You feel me? Unplug your controller, turn the game off. You know what I'm saying?
Right? My controller died.
It doesn't have to go that way. You feel me?
No,
like we can win this game.
Yeah.
The question is, will we win this game? You know, because we could have won games and we lost.
He just had to pull that shit out. He just had to pull that shit out.
I threw it Levine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, then.
Good looking jersey, though. You got to give it to him. The Bills got some good jerseys.
Dion, real quick, Dion. Do you want to get on my Warriors podcast show tonight? We talk a little bit of shit.
You ain't said nothing but a thing, man. You ain't said nothing but a thing. Look,
Brendan and I did that last during the playoff.
Yeah, the
playoff. Lakers and the play-in playoff. Dude, that was fun. We were just having a good time talking shit.
Well, see, the thing is people love to hear people talking shit, because it's normal. Mm-hmm. And see, at the end of the day, we all good. You know what I'm saying? See, me, I like going to games and having back and forth banter with people that I don't know. I do it all the time, because it just makes for a good day. I remember when I went to the preseason game when we went against the Chiefs, me and my man Kev.
Oh yeah,
that was the first time. That was the first time we met up, man. We went. We had a good time, man.
Yeah.
Chiefs fans wasn't trying nobody. They wasn't doing nothing crazy. They were just there. Everybody was having a good time, man.
But hey, there's nothing like real shit talking. There's nothing like shit talking like at a baseball game. That shit gets real quick.
Oh yeah, no, baseball games.
That gets real quick.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but baseball games are a whole different thing. And I'll tell you this, I know because I've been to 1 million Dodger games.
Yeah,
I kid you not.
They're boring.
I kid you not.
Yeah.
One dude literally, we sitting there, we chilling. One dude literally, he walks up, man, and I forget who he was playing, but he was from the rival team, and it was like one of him and like 1 billion Dodger fans. And as we're whooping their ass, he just continually talking shit. So one dude was like, bro, you getting your ass kicked. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, you really ain't got no reason to even be talking. Like, you really handed your ass to you. Look at the score. Like, are you blind? And then he, fuck you, man. And he was like, all right, man, either way, shut up because you out here losing. You look stupid. Dude got up and huffed and puffed, and me being the person that I am, I put my hand on his shoulder. I said, I'm just going to tell you this. There's a whole lot of blue and white around you. I don't think you want to do that. You may want to just sit down because you might not make it out this stadium. And I ain't going to say I'm going to be the one. I'm not going to say I'm going to be the one to knock you out, but it's coming because there's some hitters in here. I know it for a fact. You might want to sit down. He ain't sit down. He went right to sleep. Some dude came. As soon as I took my hand off of him, it was like I took the protection away from him. As soon as I picked my hand up, somebody right across the
Who was
face.
his team? Who was his team?
I don't even remember. I don't remember who we were playing. It was years ago, but I just know he went straight to bed. And the sad thing was, nobody even did anything crazy. They didn't make a big deal. They just sat that motherfucker up in the seat and put his hat down like he was asleep. Because he was.
He was snoring. He was snoring.
That motherfucker was, because somebody came straight. And the craziest thing is so like when I'm like, you ever seen somebody who just has a big ass hand? Kev got pretty big hand.
Kev got a big hand.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, actually not for real.
Yeah,
I have
but
a
I'm
really
saying
big
like
palm.
when Kev ball his fist up and it's coming at
My
your
palms
face,
are huge.
the shit looks crazy. So it's like, you just all I saw was a big ass hand meet that man's jaw, and all he did was just fall. I mean, like, yeah, you know how you see them knockouts where motherfuckers just literally fall over, like their body just go limp.
Yeah.
Like you just see it's like, okay, well.
To be fair, he didn't see it coming. What it sounds like.
Oh no! I was trying to warn him, but like I was saying, Kev, we all agree. You put Cooper Kupp. We put the shark on Cooper Kupp. We stop him. Basically, when you look at the Rams' offense, it runs through him because Henderson's not over the top. He's not great. Everybody else pretty much is irrelevant because Cooper Kupp has literally doubled their fucking production on his own. Some of the people he's even tripled
by himself. Yeah,
by himself. So what do you see as the keys to the 49ers actually winning this game? I don't see us winning, but if there's hope.
If some of y'all seen the shows I've been on this week, you probably heard it before, but I'm gonna say it again anyway. Okay.
49ers First Takes. He was just on there today.
It's gonna start from the top. And actually, I was just on the Spaces when I was cooking. And Eric Crockett was talking with a couple of us, and pretty much is this: Kyle Shanahan has to learn. I don't believe he has a leader of men trait in him. I just don't. I think it's absent. And that's okay to a degree. My thing is, if you know that, you got to do things a little bit differently. Dion, you got multiple kids. I only have one, but I know this for a fact. You can't parent every child the same way, just like you can't coach every player the same way.
All of them different.
So, and my thing is, though, I've also accused or titled Kyle Shanahan as a top-tier, level 1, grade A narcissist. And I say that because narcissists never feel like they're wrong. It's never their fault. And they're going to want to – they'd rather lose their way than win somebody else's. All those three things fit Kyle Shanahan. But the thing about it is, until he realizes you can't coach every player like this. Like this whole iron fist thing and Kyle Doghouse, a lot of players don't respond. You see what happened to Dante Pettis. I mean, he might as well hit control the lead on Dante Pettis because he can smooth turn the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Trey Sermon.
Control off the lead.
Come on, Dion. I got them bars for you, baby.
He's taking control on the lead. He did too. Dante, that boy.
Hey, he go lick his ball somewhere else.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? So you can't coach every player like that because they're not going to respond. And if you are coaching every player the same way, but you're getting different results from each player, you got to say, you know what? I got to figure out a way to reach this guy because right now I'm not reaching him. Out of range because Trey Sermon, he took all the Niners stuff off of Instagram. Was it a bit immature? Yes, I understand that. But do I understand his emotions behind it? Yeah. I'm like, I ain't done nothing. Like, what I do? Like, on Boys in the Hood. What you hitting me for? You know what I'm saying? You know, Trey Sermon, like, you know, what I do. You feel me? So,
I love that movie, man. It seems so good.
hey, I got them all day. I'm here all day.
I'm here all day.
You know what I'm saying? You know, parties, bar mitzvahs, kings and yettas, I do it all. You know so look, man. No, but seriously, until Kyle Shanahan kind of at least borrows that trait for a minute to lead this team, because that's why. And I know on the field product was terrible as well. Look, I'm gonna say that too. We couldn't tackle, cover, shoot gaps, field gaps, run fit, none of that, right? But my thing is, I know these are grown men getting paid, but even grown men getting paid have to be led. You see what I'm saying? So right now they're out there playing uninspired football. Why? Because their coaches right now are inspirational. So Kyle Shanahan and the players are gonna have to stand up. Hey, look, man, like I done called a timeout. I was in DC, Deion. I'd have called timeout. Hell, look at me like I'm like, what? Over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like we need to talk. And we on defense too. Damn you, coach. Hold on, I got this. Somebody got to step up and speak to this team like, hey, we trash right now. And I don't know about you, but I don't deal with trash. That said, let's get out here, handle the business. After that conversation happens, Kyle Shanahan need to come into the room, the office, Zoom meeting, wherever it's going to be, and say, look, we've been fucking up, and we start with me. You know what I'm saying? If we start with me, I'm going to fix it so we can be a better version of us. Because that last weekend, man, I don't know if you saw the fun fact of the quarterbacks. Boy, I went in, and I'm talking about Colt fucking McCoy. He ain't been good since Texas, and he wasn't real good there. But my thing is, like, you let this dude, 22 for 26 lets me know we were out of position a lot. You know, people blowing their assignments. There's no pressure. I can see if he was like 22 for 48, you know, or 19 for 33. But he was 22 for 26. That lets me know that the defense was doing dick.
That motherfucker looked like a goddamn star.
And I'm like, man, but again, I really feel like that starts from above because they're playing uninspired football. It's just that simple. You know, and I'm going to say this last thing. Can we beat the Rams here? Will we? I'm not sure. You know, but my thing is Jimmy or Jittery G, Lemmy G, whatever nickname we got for him.
Jimothy.
If he don't, if he don't torch the Rams himself, if Jimmy don't single-handedly torch the Rams, and I know it's a tall task, but damn it, he owe it to us. If he don't torch the Rams himself, I'm like, yeah, so Jimmy, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna hand you this clipboard and you give me them keys, partner. You know what I'm saying?
Sit that noodle arm on the bench.
Right. And then after that, I'm playing every rookie who's out playing vets. I don't give a damn if you've been in the league 12 years and dude been here 15 minutes. If he out playing you in practice each week, each snap, oh yeah, I'm doing that. And what's I gonna do as well? Send a message to the vets like, damn, I gotta make sure a dude we met at Walmart before the game. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, come on, man. Leadership.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin,
so what we were saying, so
right. I just want
B-Dubs brought me a little thing here. He was telling me that Jed York daddy was in the building today, taking a look at the quarterbacks. He came through the drop.
I need some water just now.
Hey,
boy, you almost had water all over everything over here, boy.
Jimmy gave the owner a nice up and close and personal of a hospital ball.
Yep. He threw a hospital ball to Kittle, and then Trey Lance threw the ball to Kittle, and it dropped in so beautifully.
And mind you, nobody was going after Jimmy G. He still threw a fucking hospital ball.
Hey, man, listen. Them hospital balls. But, hey, I got a theory, too, I talked about on the 49ers First Takes. I know we're going all over the place, you know, but oh, well.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
I guess. Cool. I got a theory, and I also want to talk about how John, this punk ass, called out Fred Warner in the media. I don't mind him talking about his play, but the moment he said, "Oh, well, since he had a big contract, I mean, maybe he need to refocus." Man, you know, man, stay out there, man, pockets on TV. What the fucking wrong with you,
man?
You
don't do that.
You don't fuck with somebody's money.
Man, come on, man. And then in the same breath, okay, if you're gonna say that, since we talking, you gonna say that.
George Kittle too,
right? George Kittle, Jimmy Garoppolo. Hey, and you know who? Kyle Shanahan ain't playing up to his contract either. So
You
if
know
you're
what's
talking about,
Facts.
What
Facts.
sucks
saying-
for Warner? What sucks for Warner is I think he's doing his best, but the scheme isn't working, and he's suffering from how terrible the scheme's been.
and no
He can
help.
only do so
For
much.
real.
Like they expect him to just, regardless of the scheme, if it's bad, to look like fucking Lawrence Taylor out there or some shit. I
You
don't
see
know.
They
the
look.
number.
Hey,
What
Brian
was
Urlacher.
what was you gonna say, B Dubs? Because you was gonna say something before
I
I
was
said
just
it.
gonna say, the Niners looked way better last year with backups than they do this year.
Yeah,
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 because they're uninspired this year.
Kerry Hyder was balling.
Yeah.
man.
Now
He
he
was
with the
trying.
Seahawks.
I mean, we tried.
And he ain't been doing
you know,
nothing though.
but, you
He
know.
ain't been doing
I
much of
know.
nothing up there though.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I wish they would have kept his ass.
And I mean, you got to think about
I
it. If
mean-
Kerry Hyder could have gave a little production along with Nick
A
Bosa,
little bit.
that
a
might
little
have
bit.
been that might have been help because. But Christian was telling me that we thinking about this other little dude, the other defensive lineman that we got that he might play, that he should play this game.
From Houston.
Do we think that he helps him out? I can't say his last name saved my life. I ain't trying to either.
Amanu or the guy from
Amanu?
Houston.
It sounds
guy
like
from
something
Houston.
like I assume it's like an African last name. I would assume.
It is,
what-
but I don't know how to say it, and I'm not gonna butcher that shit.
Yeah.
It's like Amanihu or something like that. I'm saying I had a
Something
practice
like
too.
that.
Now I'm glad you brought up him because my next thought was going to be on a defensive line and why I believe Fred Warner is struggling the way he is. It's hard to really do your job when you're trying to do everybody else's at the same time. No
Mhm.
excuses. I'm just telling you, as a former player and a coach, with my middle linebacker, with my Mike backer, my monster backer, what I call it, my monster backer, got to fight off double teams at the second level. You're like, damn, that's your job in front of me at the first level. Eat up them goddamn double teams. Keep me clean. Well, I don't. You can tell Fred Warner don't use tired because he ain't never clean. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about he stayed dirty at the second level, and he's trying to shoot gaps. And I'm like, come on, man. Listen, the interior D line is deteriorated. Kinlaw out. DJ Jones playing, suspect football.
Subpar.
Givens, he's Givens. Armstead get put on skates. So the middle of this D line is getting pushed to the second level. So Fred Warner, being a monster backer, he got so much more traffic to siphon through. I mean, he that nigga got his clock clean. I forgot what game it was when he got hurt. On the screen.
From
Woo!
behind.
So I'm saying the D line ain't doing that job up front, at least in the middle. You can't really blame Nick Bosa for that, because Nick Bosa, as the fire tech, he rushing the quarterback.
Dude,
So it's
Nick
not his
Bosa's
job
doing
to keep-
everything.
to keep nobody clean.
He's the best player on the team.
Nick Bosa has his issues too, because if he bite on one more dive type play and let somebody run outside of him, boy, that ain't your job. Do your job. It's the edge. Anyway, I'm sorry, another tangent. Squirrel. No, I'm sorry.
Bring references
I'm saying,
from
man,
up, huh?
Oh yeah,
I got them all day, baby.
that's the real though. That's the fucking real.
Dude, we went from boys in the hood to up.
Squirrel.
Oh man, hey, listen, man, I'm telling you, I got him. You feel me?
Oh
I don't know
man.
if you heard my one about Jimmy G and looking like Nick Cannon in 2017. That's another conversation. But I'm just saying, man, up front, it got to get better. Hurst was doing a decent job in the middle, but he's hurting now. So the question is, who's gonna step up in the middle? And Amanehu, I hope I said that right. He can play inside or outside, but I would prefer him to play inside. I mean, outside to keep Armstead inside where he belongs.
Instead, he's
Because
better
Armstead,
inside.
look, hey, Armstead ain't finna chase me down around that corner. You know what I'm saying? Armstead is slow as payday, like I always say. You know what I'm saying? So
He just looks slow too.
Man,
just
look
look
like
at him,
lurch
like,
out
that
there.
boy's slow.
Oh man, he even fall slow. When Justin Fields put that boy on skates, it was just like no. So Armstead, step it up. You feel me? I mean, hey, let's go. Somebody got to step up. But about Fred Warner, about All Pro Fred, it's like right now he has to do everything, first level, down there covered at a second level. So he's bogged down. And like you said, Lefty, and maybe the scheme too. You know, and I'm a DC, and I'm not even sure what scheme they're running. I'm like, what is you doing, D'Amico? And
Well,
can somebody email, mail, carrier pigeon, something, and send D'Amico the word adjustments?
I mean,
Yeah, you gotta make adjustments.
when I coached football for a little while, I coached the DBs, and like for me, like I pay a lot of attention to the DBs, and it bugs me with our scheme because I feel like we're always running zone, and even though I have said before that I think it has slowly become a lost art. I think in order to help our defense a little more and even our pass rushers, we should be playing some bump and run, and we don't ever call bump and run. Like
No
I want to
press
see, I want to see some of our receivers, our corners, go up to the receiver and punch him in the mouth when off the line, and I haven't seen it once this year.
Well, if you think about it, Norman ain't the fastest dude.
That's
Nope.
true.
Mosley ain't the fastest dude. And take it from me, I know you know this too, Lefty. As a DB coach, you miss that bump you want to.
That's true. That's true. That's a good point.
I mean, off to the races. You see what I'm saying? So you miss that bump you want to, but you're right. Right now, you get a free release. You get a free release. I mean, at least put a hand on him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, did you at least pinch the bitch? I mean, come on, man, get a hand on him. I mean, so man, it's so much that needs to be done, and I don't see how as coaches, D'Amico Ryans, Kyle Shanahan, nobody, how you seeing the terrible product of football at practice and not fixing it before the game. And I'm like, I just don't get it. There's no way they having a great week of practice, coming out here playing like this. You may be selling it, but I ain't buying it.
Nope.
Not at all.
They be telling us Jimmy's having good practices, and then we go and see hospital balls and stuff, and I'm like, what good practices is he having? We're watching videos, and Lance looks like a freaking superstar.
Jimmy will never work on his fucking accuracy ever.
He doesn't have any.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
hard, but you got to think it's hard to be accurate when your arm is so weak and you try to throw the ball hard and be able it to go where you want because your arm is so weak you can't have any power and strength to get the ball to where you want it to go. Because instead of just letting it rip, you're forcing it and you're force throwing the ball. It's just like think about it just like as a pitcher in baseball. You know, it's all supposed to be a one easy motion. But when you're trying to throw hard and force the ball, that's when you're going to start giving up home runs and you're going to be throwing bad pitches. That's how Jimmy is. His arm is just not there. So if he tries to force it and tries to force it in there, it's going to go all over the place, and he doesn't have any strength to get it.
Here's the irony in that, bro. And for the fucking life of me, how dare you try to throw passes like that all upper body with your arm? You ain't got an arm like that. Boy, if you don't set your feet and throw, point your toe and throw, you ain't got it like that. I mean, come on, bro. And listen, Jimmy's an 8 years vet, playing like a rookie.
Yeah.
Most times. So I'd rather play with a rookie that plays like a rookie than play with a vet playing like a goddamn rookie.
Seriously. At least the rookie can make throws outside the numbers and down the field. Like, it's insane how a wide open receiver outside the numbers, Jimmy can't hit. Like that one, I don't know if it was last game or the one before, where like Ayuk had just left the corner in the dust and was wide open on the sideline. And like after Jimmy throws it out of bounds, and then they show that they're around that, like there's nobody anywhere near around Ayuk, but Jimmy still threw it out of bounds because he can't make a decent throw to the sideline. It's like, on an out route. It's like, dude, there's not anybody 5 yards near Ayuk, and you still can't get the ball to him on the sideline.
And what's frustrating is it's almost like one of your kids, or my son, he bring home damn near straight A's, constantly. And then he kind of drops off and he's bringing home C's. Then he go back to A's. And I'm like, I'm so hard on you because I know you can do it, but just do it. I mean, what's the problem? But Jimmy just can't do it. Jimmy just not good enough to play like that. He's not good enough to compensate for Kyle Shanahan's shortcomings. He's not good enough to compensate for missed turnovers, points off turnovers. He's not enough to compensate for playing from behind. I mean, and as a defense, how would you feel? You're the defense. You're like, let's go. Damn it. All right, man, Jimmy. You all right?
You know what I think hurt Jimmy's career is after that knee injury and stuff. he was never the same because I think we never got a real chance to see the quarterback he was supposed to be. Where I think he was supposed to be a lot of bootlegs, a lot of moving outside the pocket, a lot of moving around, a lot of making things happen, and not just standing like a statue in the pocket because that's not the kind of quarterback he is. And he lost his confidence, and he just got,
scared.
timid. He got timid after he tore that ACL.
Yeah, he got scared of getting
because
hurt
he
again.
was a completely different quarterback, I think, before that and after that. We never got the Jimmy we even though we did good in 2019, which is a fluke year, we never got the Jimmy we traded for to begin with.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up because you give me opportunity to bring in another movie reference. So this is what I'm saying about Jimmy in 2017. He had 5 games where you asked me, he wasn't given the playbook. Kyle was just like, look, man, go do you. Find somebody open. Don't take a sack. Don't turn the ball over. Smooth your football. Do you, right? And he's excelling. Oh, yeah. We better find that quarterback. I didn't buy the bullshit, but, he looked better than what we had. So my thing is, I compared Jimmy to Nick Cannon in the drum line. Why? Nick Cannon played hell of the goddamn drums by ear, but you put him in front of music. Right. So the moment you put music in front of him, he struggles.
Mm-hmm.
A la Jimmy. You put a playbook in front of him, he's struggling. So that's why I called him Nick Cannon, because he was out there playing by ear, playing freelance. But the moment you give him a playbook, he struggles. And that's why I tell people too. He's not a very cerebral quarterback. Hell, Nick Mullins was a more cerebral quarterback than Jimmy was. He
I think
Jimmy's talent that Jimmy has.
I think Jimmy's an ad-lib quarterback.
I'll give you this. Here's a tidbit about Nick Mullins, and I'm pretty sure if y'all are Niner fans like I am, y'all knew this. Nick Mullins, to prepare for the Seattle game that he actually won, he went out there with headphones blasting in his ears to prepare for the 12th man, so he could call the plays properly no matter what. So that tells you he automatically knows what he's facing, and he has to go ahead and get it. But Kev, we're gonna get out of here. What is your score prediction? We all did that. Don't worry. We all did that.
I'm gonna give you 2. I'm gonna give you if we win and if we lose. I'm gonna give you if we lose first. If we lose, especially playing like we played last Sunday, say about 47-17, 47-20.
Oh man, dude, I would laugh.
Something like that.
I gotta pull a Sanford and Son on you. Hold on, coming.
Hey, think about it, man. Look who we're gonna play on defense and offense. But if we win, it's gonna be more like 27-24, 24-20, only because we kept it close and didn't let them, get this gap in between us. So if we lose, it's gonna be by a landslide. If we win, it's gonna be close.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. Well, hey, that's gonna do it for this episode, man. I appreciate everybody for coming on. My guys over here, B-Dubs and Lefty, are in the same spot. They are with the Forever Faithful podcast. My big dog, Silverado Kev, is with Real Talk Niner Talk. If you're not with Real Talk Niner Talk and Forever Faithful podcast and you here, definitely go ahead and subscribe to these fellas. They all got great content. They all do things. My homie Kev is a writer. So, Kev, go ahead and let them know who you write for and how you do.
Well, since you went there first, appreciate the Real Talk Niner Talk shout out. This is what we do. A straight no chaser. Don't pull no punches. So give us a holler. You type in Real Talk Niner Talk on any platform, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Just type in Real Talk Niner Talk.
YouTube, all of that.
Before you finish it. Me, myself, I'm Silverado Kev on all platforms. So Silverado Kev, everywhere you go. Just type it in. I'm going to come up. They better be only one of me. And lastly, I do write with SI. But I write under the name Kev Mitchell, which is my name, Kevin Mitchell. So I write under that more official name. But Silverado Kev is my handle, but I write under Kev Mitchell with Sports Illustrated. And I appreciate y'all. Whether you read my articles, watch the show, I'm humbled. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get out of here, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. At the end of the day, we want the Niners to win. And we all definitely in this little 4-square circle looking like the Brady Bunch. God damn, we want Trey Lance.
Do we want the Niners to win or do we want to lose and then see Trey? That's the
I'm
Just catch
starting.
them.
I'm starting trade regardless.
I would have started them a long time ago. There wouldn't have been no question, if ands, or buts about it. But everybody, thank y'all for watching. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Peace.